What is up, YouTube? This is Zach, Dreamedia Home Theater. If you guys are not a subscriber already, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below and give me a big thumbs up on this video. Alright guys, today, a long time coming, I'm going to be unboxing the Marantz SR8015. Some of you guys have actually already had the opportunity to purchase this from us and have it installed in your home. But I haven't had the opportunity to unbox it and check this out. This is the flagship model for 2020. This has the 8K ports on it, and they upped this thing to 13 channel processing. So it's a monster. Basically, the comparable lower end model is the Denon 6700, which I'm gonna also be doing a comparison video of the 6700 against the 8015. But the Marantz and Denon are sister companies, and the Marantz has a better processor. I mean, they even put right here on the outside of the box, modern musical luxury. So like, it's supposed to be a more musical, better sounding experience by utilizing this versus the Denon. But that's going to be a separate video. If you're not subscribed, you got to subscribe down below. Now, if you guys would like to purchase this product, we have nationwide free shipping and a low price guaranteed. We would love the opportunity to sell you this unit as well as everything else that you need for your space. Call in and utilize our free design service. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open this thing up. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Now, I do want to point out some of the quick things that you're going to see here. This has all of the best technology built in that Sound United has to offer, Denon and Marantz. This has the HEOS, this has Alexa, this has AirPlay 2, Google Assistant, Odyssey, Rune, and then of course ton of streaming services. It's ISF certified, IMAX certified, it has DTS, Euro 3D, I mean Dolby Atmos, every single thing that you need these days to really get the maximum experience out of your AVR. Okay, let's get into it here. Now, first thing you're going to see when you open the box up are the apps that are available for this unit. I highly recommend that you guys download these. Gives you a pretty cool, easy way to control the system. The Marantz AVR app, you can come in and like tweak the level calibration to your liking dependent on the movie that you're watching. You can also change your surround sound formatting between all of the different formats that I just went over. And then it has Denon HEOS. So Denon HEOS, if you guys are subscribed to the channel, you know that I really talk that up because it's like Sonos, except for it comes built into the AVRs. It's essentially just multi-room audio software so that you can independently stream your content throughout the house, or if you're utilizing the entire AVR just for your theater, which a lot of you guys will be, then you can just stream your content right to that app. But what's great is you can pair together this unit with other rooms of the house. Let's get into the internal of the box. So when you open it up, you're going to see a quick start guide and warranty information. I do want to mention that we are an authorized nationwide dealer, guys, and whenever you're purchasing on the internet, you do need to be careful because not everybody is authorized, and you definitely want that 3-year manufacturer warranty. This is really cool. Whenever you open this up, you're going to see all of the labels. Again, little things like that mean a lot to me because I've done installations for years, and being able to put these little labels on there and the fact that they're color coded and line up right to the back of the terminals with that exact color, depending on the format that you're running, makes installation a little bit faster and easier. You got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth antennas, and then an AM/FM tuner connection, which nobody uses those anymore because you have all those apps built in. Odyssey setup. So this has room correction software that is actually really good, especially if you're going to be DIYing it. I mean, you just basically plug it in and let it run, and then what it does is it measures the distance in the line, checks the impedance of the speakers. It assigns the appropriate amount of power to each speaker, as well as sets your crossovers. So very important that you run this Odyssey setup. This is a little stand that holds it at ear level on your couch so that, again, it's really accurate. If you don't run your Odyssey setup, you're completely wasting your money. This is the remote that comes with the unit. You can see it is, if you've watched my other unboxing videos of the other models, you'll see that it does have some really advanced options on here for controlling the AVR. But what I like to do is control all this through the app. I mean, there are some things that you have to use a remote for, but a lot of it can be done through the app. Batteries are included. And then they have the power cord here. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. You can see they put a little bit of extra packing material in there. This is an expensive unit. I do want to also let you guys know, when you buy from us with that nationwide free shipping and the low price guarantee, that we insure our packages. That's really important, because if something happens to this unit, God forbid, you want to know that Dreamedia is going to send you out a new one right away, and we handle it on the back end. Okay, so the Bluetooth Wi-Fi antenna. This is what I showed you earlier in the box. You just screw them on. If you don't have these screwed in, it's not a big deal, but your Bluetooth Wi-Fi isn't going to work. But you have a network connection here, so you can always hardwire it in. You got cable, satellite, DVD, and so on all the way down. These are all of your 4K DHCP 2.3 inputs. Because this is the first year that they've released 8K AVRs, they only have one 8K port down here, which is port number 7. This is important to note because it just says 8K receiver whenever you look at the description of the product, which is a little misleading. It's like whenever they first came out with HDMI, 4K HDMI, and it was like 4K 1.4 version, HDMI version number 1.4, it was very limited, and then maybe they would have the rest of them as 1080p HDMI connections. Now the same thing applies to the out ports. You have zone 2, which is 4K, and you have monitor 1, which does have eARC in it. If you're not familiar with eARC, it's the newest version of ARC, which stands for Audio Return Channel. And monitor 1 does also have that 8K. So you can put in one 8K and take out one 8K, and that's it, which is gonna be fine for at least a couple years, because 4K is still the standard. It's very limited, any 8K video source right now. But a lot of you guys that are staying on top of trends and you want the best, you're gonna want it. Monitor 2, this is if you just wanna reflect the same source to, say, another room. Like a lot of the time people will do their master and master bathroom. Maybe they just want the same thing playing in the bathroom that's in the master. That's a good application. But zone 2 is completely independent. Like you can select completely different content to play on zone 2. So think about a living room situation, and you have a patio right next door, and you want to be able to separate that out because maybe you're out by the pool and you want to have the game going, whereas your wife and one of your other kids is in the living room and they want to listen to music or watch something different. It's nice to have that independent zone control. Or in theater, I've had guys that will run a drop-down screen, and then you got a projector going to one and you have a TV going to another. So tons of different applications. Or another one that I just thought of is I've had guys where we'll put multiple different TVs up in addition to the projector system so that they can have, like a sports room where you can, have a bunch of different games going at once. that's when you would want multiple HDMI outs like this. So you may not be thinking of it, but there's a lot of different ways you can use this. You got the AM, FM. Again, I don't know who's using that anymore, but it's there if you want it. Same with all the analog inputs and the composite component video in and outs. This is for your old school devices. Say you like collect gaming consoles and you have that original Xbox or PlayStation and you want to incorporate it into the system, all of these jacks are available. Or say you got a vinyl player and you want to hook that up to the system, or an old CD player, and you can hook all of that in. You got your audio inputs, you got 7-channel ins as well as your zone 2 and 3, and then pre-outs. So pre-outs are for, this is really important to discuss because not everybody is going to just use this as an AVR because it's an incredible processor. Maybe you just want to use the processor and then not use the amplifier. This is where you connect your speakers if you want to use the amplification built into the unit. But right here, this is where you would take the signal out of the processor and plug it into individual amps, like higher powered amplifiers. If you have a super high-end system, that's important to you. Now, what does come built into the unit is an 11-channel amplifier at 140 watts per channel at 8 ohms driven, 2 channels driven, 8 ohms. So I could talk about this for days, but basically your power is lost the more channels that are driven and are actually in action. But talk to us whenever you call in to find out what's appropriate, the appropriate amount of power based off of the speakers that we're driving. You got some audio inputs here for phono. You got DC outs and flasher in. This is for control if you're going to be using a control system. You got remote control there, RS-232, and then digital audio. Say you got an old TV and it doesn't support eARC, you're going to take optical out of that TV into the AVR so that you can select the TV audio to play through the surround sound system. That's all this, guys. So that was a lot of information. Comment down below and let me know if you do like this information or if I'm just giving you too much and it's boring. I want to know. Okay, going on to your speaker jacks. So a lot of different ways you can configure this, but what I'm going to talk about are some of the most common ones, which is 5.1 with multiple zones, which you've seen in a lot of our videos, or a very advanced Dolby Atmos configuration. So you got front right, front left, center. This is your front sound stage. No matter what, you're going to connect to all of these. Now, surround left and surround right, again, more than likely you at least have a 5.1. So you're gonna hook all of these up for a 5.0 system. Now you got subwoofer pre-outs here for 2 subwoofers. So a 5.1 would consist of this, all of these terminals being utilized, and then 1 subwoofer. Now subs are typically, not always, but typically active. Powered speakers, so you don't need amplification for it. You're just taking the signal for the processor out to it, and then it amplifies itself. And what you want to do on your subs is select LFE input. Now, we also sell in-wall subs, and in that case, you would hook the amplifier to the in-wall sub up right here. Surround back, you could just run a 7.1, and that's where you would hook up the rears, your rear surrounds. And then heights and height 2s and height 3s. So these are all for Atmos. Say, or you can do Euro 3D or DTS as well, but Atmos is really dominated in the movie market right now. Height 1 and height 2, that's where you would hook up like say top mids and rears. You can also utilize height 3s, like say if you wanted to run top highs, or top front heights, you could hook them up there. Also, you're gonna use those for your different zones throughout the house. So this has 11 channel amplification and 13 channel processing. So if you wanted to, you could actually run a 7.2.6 Dolby Atmos system all off of this unit, but you would have to take out of the pre-outs here to an external 2-channel amp to actually utilize a full 7.2.6. If not, 7.2.4 is really going to be the standard for this unit, which is still really awesome. You know, we've been doing 7.2.4s a lot for the last couple of years, but now, again, just like 8K is, you know, breaking into this model this year, 2020, they're pushing 13 channel as the new standard for consumer Dolby Atmos theater. I didn't discuss it, but there's the AC power plug. Okay, so I know that was a lot of info. Again, guys, let me know down below if you enjoyed it or if it was just too much. I can shorten it up. And if it wasn't enough and you have further questions, we would love to talk with you. Call and consult with us. We don't charge you anything. We just ask that you buy your products from us with that nationwide free shipping and low price guarantee. Okay, we're gonna drop down the panel here so that you guys can see what the options are as far as buttons go. You got the input selector here on the front, and you have your volume control as well. One thing I just noticed here on the label is that this unit has Dolby Vision as well. Dolby Atmos, IMAX, Enhanced, DTS, ISF, all that good stuff we were talking about earlier. Okay, you got Pure Direct, MDAX, you got the dynamic EQ, dynamic volume, movie, music, game info, speaker AB, which is something you may or may not use, HDMI out. You can select which one you want it to go to. This is for all your different surround sound modes. You got dimmer, like for the display here, status, zone select, zone 2, zone 3. You know, you may want to just come in and manually press these buttons if you wanted to, you know, turn on the patio or your master or whatever and turn it off, and then you can select here what, you know, zone specifically and source you're working with. You can toggle around in the menus. This is really beneficial for my guys that are going to be doing racks and closets. A lot of you guys out there. This is great for making quick adjustments in the rack versus having to set up the whole control system before you can even touch anything. You got setup, enter, back. You got some inputs here on the front for auxiliary, left and right in video, just for hooking something up like real quick. Say somebody brings a source over to your house and you just want to connect it and you don't want to pull the rack out. That's nice. Same thing goes for the HDMI. The fact that the HDMI is here on the front is very convenient for sources that you just want to hook up for the day. Like say, you know, the kids want to hook up an Xbox or something, or a Wii. You can just plug it in right there versus having to mess with the dressing on your rack. You got USB and then setup mic. This is where you plug in the Odyssey setup system and then it pops up an on-screen display to where you can do the room correction software. This is a must. Like I said earlier, I really put emphasis on this. I can't tell you how many times we've gone out to homes and I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, it wasn't ran. And if your calibration is zeroed out, you're wasting your money, guys. It's very important to maximizing the potential of it. You got your phone's input here. That's about it. You can see there are a ton of vents on this, guys. There's a reason. It gets hot. Do not jam this into a cabinet. The retail price on this is $31.99. So $3,199. You don't want it to burn out. It does have a 3-year warranty, but who wants to mess with that? So leave room for it to breathe. You can even get fans that exhaust off. But we have racks that you can purchase that also have fans built in. And you know, this isn't really part of the video, but I actually have a rack in here, one of our best sellers, and it has, you know, fans here on top. So that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, guys, that is a wrap on the unboxing of the Marantz 8015. I'm really excited to be able to offer this video to you guys. It's been a long time coming. This is a flagship consumer grade AVR at a very reasonable price point that it has just so many benefits and so many different options. It's an incredible value. We do have these in stock right now, and we guarantee the lowest price on this product with nationwide free shipping. Again, we're a full-blown AV company, and we have a lot of different products available, so if you don't know what you need, that's our job. We would love to discuss with you the different options for your home and find something that fits your budget and needs. Well, that's about all I got for you. If you guys like this video, give me a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.